Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining me, Joe Riggio, on Socially Joe on episode 9 of Socially Joe. I am so happy that I'm here. Today, I usually go to a little bit of a business owner, but right now I'm going to turn it over to, we're professional fundraisers for nonprofits, and we're called Florida Fabulous 50. So this will be our little charity segment for the month. I have my guest on the line, Lisa Johnson and Jeff SASSANO. So I would ask Lisa now to give us a little brief description and introduce yourself. And then after that, when she's done, Jeff, you can go. Go ahead, Lisa. It's all you.
Okay. All right. My name is Lisa Johnson. I am with Jazzy Dogs Publishing. That is a family-owned business. We do restaurant placement advertising in the southwest part of Florida. And the great thing is that we work with local businesses to brand their names. At the same time, we also get partner with restaurants to help them provide cleaner tables with placemats. And today is even more important than ever to make sure that we can keep tables as clean as possible. So we like that. We also have free area maps. That will be starting June 1st, and we're real excited about that. And we have the territory south of 275 in St. Pete South. So we're real excited about that.
Nice.
That's
Thank
a little
you, Lisa.
bit about me.
So, Jeff, tell us a little bit about yourself.
I have an Insight Consulting Group. I started it when I moved to Florida 5 years ago. I have a strong experience in franchises. I owned a massage envy in Pittsburgh, did extremely well. I have an office in Sarasota as well as West Palm Beach. We do high-end networking charity events in 26 cities right now, lunch and learns, and we also do breakfasts. We're going to start meetings. That's going to be coming up soon after a little bit of this unfolds and everything, and we try to help as many charities as we can. We usually pick local charities, and this is how this all started, and I'm excited to be a part of it.
Nice. Well, thank you for giving us a little brief introduction to both of you. So I know I'm part of the group as one of the board chairmen, and that's why I wanted to invite you both on here as co-chairs. We started Florida Fabulous 50, so why don't you each take a little bit of time and tell us a little bit more about Florida Fabulous 50 and what it's about?
Okay. We started in 2018 with Sarasota Fabulous 50, and it was a great opportunity. Throughout the year, we had different events such as food tastings and happy hours that we came together and we raised money for local charities. This year, we were able to raise about $1,300 for each four of the charities, plus one of the charities was able to obtain a $2,500 grant through contacts that we have. With that being said, we kind of split from Sarasota Fab and went to Florida Fab, and I'm proud to be able to work with these two gentlemen to help raise money for 4 local charities as well. And we always target 4 local charities. We don't go outside the area. We believe in starting at home in our backyard versus going nationwide. That's a little bit, we do have some events. Of course, we've been put on hold because of COVID-19, but we do have some events planned. So
awesome. Well, you're getting a little too ahead of us right now, but
okay.
Jeff, do you have anything to add to that?
Me? Okay.
Yes.
How this all started is when I was in Pittsburgh, we raised millions of dollars for cystic fibrosis in Pittsburgh, and it was called the Pittsburgh's 50 Finest. It's either .com or .org, both work. So anyway, this is kind of the brainchild that started. My friend Cindy Nate, she is actually very instrumental with me. She lives now down in Venice, so I find a lot of northern people are moving down to Florida, and like I said, and this is going to be a really great opportunity for everybody.
Awesome. So I know we kind of touched base a little bit in the introduction, but let's go a little bit more elaboration. But how does Florida Fabulous 50 help support our local nonprofits and charities?
What we do is that we choose 4 local charities that really kind of meet our criteria. And what we do is we put events together. We have monthly happy hours. We do have a fashion show, our second annual Fashion Ovation fashion show coming up in September. And that's going to be really fun, September 17th. We are planning a big, huge party once we're all able to get out of our homes. That will be a business networking, charity raising, food tasting, party event.
Awesome.
We do. Go ahead, Jeff.
No, I was going to say that's awesome. I have some of those questions in the future, so we'll go into those. But you like to jump ahead, Lisa.
Hey, I like to combine things.
I know, but we have so much time on here to talk, so we got to make sure it goes for the full time and not so fast. but Jeff, tell us, do you have anything to add to that, to how Florida Fabulous 50 helps support local nonprofits in any way?
Well, how it all started up north, this is how it worked. You nominated 25 girls, 25 guys, preferably single, and then they would have little events. They would be responsible for raising the money. And then at the end of the 6 months or 7 months, whatever, we decided they would have a gala to celebrate. So that's pretty much the brainchild. And with us raising with these local charities, even the exposure is key to these charities. Even if they don't get a lot of money in all these events, at least the exposure is worth at least $1 million.
Yes, I agree. So right now, since the inception of 2020, when Florida Fabulous 50 was conceived by all three of us, what events have we actually done thus far to, help our nonprofits, or even planned?
I'm sorry?
So since the inception of 2020, January, when Florida Fabulous 50 was created, what kind of events have we done thus far? And even, I know you kind of jumped ahead and said even more events are coming, but
right.
What are we, what events have we done, planning thus far, and have we had success with them and had fun?
Yes, we've had monthly happy hours at local restaurants to not only help build their business, but we have brought, our goal is to bring the public into and meet the local charities. And when they're able to come, it's a great mix to where they get to know the charities. They know what's going on with them. We've done this on the second Wednesday of every month, starting, actually it was in December that we started this, and it's been very successful. We have raised, over $500 each month for these charities, and we're excited to do our, complete our future events.
Yeah, and also we've done a really cool event at the Longboat Key Yacht Club, and it was great. We had a ton of food. We charged $25 per person to get in. And actually, the funny thing was I met a wonderful lady there that owned a bunch of yacht clubs, wonderful lady, and I didn't even know. And she's like, oh, she goes, wow, she goes, I used to do this for a living for 30 years, she goes, and I've never seen anybody more engaged, because when you come to our happy hours, we really make you feel comfortable. Not only we do business, it's almost like a family. Of course you're going to get business out of it, but it's almost like our networking group, and we have a blast with it. And she's like, oh, I can't wait. And she even gave us an extra donation that we didn't even expect. And like I said, we were going to do once a quarter. So once this thing settles down, it's going to explode.
Yes, I agree with that. It should be really fun.
Yeah, and I remember when we did these networking events, we had little free food starter, like little appetizers. Yeah. We've had a restaurant donate some food here and there to the events. We've had vendors donate prizes that they can win prizes at the end. And then obviously the free massages that we offer too, all within just, asking for the donation of entry. And then, they can enjoy a night of networking and fun.
Yeah. Also, I want to bring up too, it's great. Also, we're going to upgrade too. So we need to give a shout out to Evie's. They sponsored Rafferty's bar. Is it Bar and Girl? And then also is it Tootie, the one that does the massages? She's awesome.
No, Toddy is, yeah, I agree with that. we have to give a lot of praise to those restaurants and Toddy that comes in, because it does take a lot of effort on their part to be able to set up for us. And we have, between 20 and 30 people, and that's awesome for the first couple of months. We are looking to bring in 50, 100, 200 people at a time. So we're really expecting this to just explode after this is all over and we get past the safe zone. So.
Exactly, which then brings me into the next question for both of you. Has the COVID-19 pandemic affected Florida Fabulous 50 from raising money for the charities, and how has that greatly impacted us?
Well, it really has at this point. We've had to, because we want to make sure everybody is safe. We did shut down and put on hold our monthly happy hours, which does affect our charities, and our charities are part of the homeless community, the trying to prevent homelessness, even with animals and the vets. All four of our charities are touched by the COVID-19 right now, as well as we are. So we really haven't been able to raise that money. So we look forward to putting some ideas together, creative ideas, to start engaging everybody and thinking forward and not at the present.
Yes. Do you have anything to add to that, Jeff?
Yes, I definitely agree. It has affected it, but now this is the time where we have to plan. We're coming up with alternative ways for these charities, maybe an online auction, different ways that we're gonna get them revenue. And like I said, and like Lisa said, once this is over, it's going to go gangbusters. And then we want to make sure, because this is for local people to begin with, we want to make sure everyone's good. There's going to be a lot of more charities come up. There might be like another charity we could even partner with to help the people that are losing houses. So there's a lot of things that could happen in the near future. So I think what we need to do is refocus. That's what we're going to do. And then we're going to come up with different ways, like maybe an online auction or things we can do online for this price.
Yes. And that actually brings us to the next question and focus. I know you and I, all three of us actually have had brainstorm mastermind meetings on three-way conference calls because of the COVID-19 outbreak. How are we, Florida Fabulous 50, overcoming this obstacle of COVID-19 and preparing for when the frenzy breaks? Like, I know Lisa kind of gave a little hint earlier in the interview, but kind of walk us through what we were actually talking about, and how we postponed one event and now we're going to move it to another month and all these other things. So now you have the floor, Lisa.
No, I don't really talk. We did have to postpone our bachelorette event, and that was going to be held and sponsored by Rafferty's Bar and Grill in downtown Sarasota. So what we've done creatively and what we're setting up now is the opportunity. We are going to move that to the fall, so that way we can be clearly past this. But we are going to set up online auction to be able to start the process and build that money up in between when it was supposed to be, which is May 29th to further down the road. We are also looking at, I don't know how to describe it, but between the three of us, we can see this big, massive party, get out of the house party, and it's going to be a big networking, event. We're reaching out to a couple of big facilities here locally to see if they would help sponsor us so we could bring business in for them as well. That will be an opportunity for business owners to network themselves, for the public to get out and be reintroduced to businesses. At the same time, entry fees will be going to the charities. So it's a threefold thing: getting everybody out, everybody back, intermingling again, and knowing who's open and who's going to stay open after this is all over. We all need to reconnect.
Jeff, anything to add?
Yeah, I think it's great. Also, we had a big, huge party planned March 31st at a great, amazing place called E.R. Bradley over in West Palm Beach. Of course, we're going to postpone that. That had